What's the deal, baby? You already know it is the big boss hog, boss dog, can't poke through the door. Here to talk this boxing. Your boys just got on work, man. I'm hyped. I was watching them weigh in at work, man. I said, I don't give a damn. Down this paperwork, man. Let me look at this right. No, I was just playing. I watched it after I just stayed at work to watch it. You know, I ain't a professional. I'm a different person when I'm at work. You know, I'm real professional. You know what I mean? You know, I'm real like, you know, about my business. You know, I don't play about my money, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's talk boxing. Frank Martin charged up Keyshawn Davis. Let's talk about it. Somebody brought that up in the comment section. So, you know, I said, I told him I'm going to drop a video. So that's what I'm doing. Boss try to do what he say he going to do. That's just what it is. So, Frank Martin, all right, to summarize it up, charged up Keyshawn Davis and basically let him know, like, you can get this smoke. That's just the summarized version. And he basically let him know, stop playing with me, bro. And I fool with it. I ain't going to hold you. I mean, the energy, I liked it from Frank Martin. Frank Martin let him know, like, you know, I don't care about all that talking, all that chilling you doing, man. Like, tell your promoter to call mine. Now, granted, y'all buddy's gonna be like, well, L said that Keyshawn Davis needs to build his profile up. I'm telling you right now, if Frank Martin go to L and say, look, man, I don't give a damn about none of that. I want to fight this nigga. And L gonna be like, you sure? He gonna be like, yo. He like, man, I just don't want no excuses. You know, I think they'll make that fight. I think Errol will try to. You know what I mean? Now, realistically, Bob Arum ain't gonna do that. Here's why. Keyshawn Davis is a prospect, right? He's a prospect, and he is, you know, an up-and-coming fighter. His profile is not popping yet. A lot of people don't really know who he is yet. Real boxing heads know who he is, you know, but not a lot of people know who this young man is. So it's gonna be difficult to sell. You get what I mean? Now, maybe the trash talk between the two, if they really like go off on each other, will get some people's attention. But these guys need a bigger and more loyal fan base. You know what I mean? Frank Martin got a good little following. You know what I'm saying? But Keyshawn Davis, his is ascending. But they could be bigger stars, bigger fighters. And Frank Martin is in a position right now where he's in title contention, whereas Keyshawn Davis is not. Keyshawn Davis is still in prospect mode, still fighting, you know, those low-level competition to kind of learn on the job and build his, you know, his skill level up. I mean, Keyshawn Davis is explosive. He's a great athlete, right? But he relies on his athleticism. And when you get in there with a guy that knows what he's doing, that has fundamentals like Frank Martin is a very fundamentally sound fighter. Now, most people gonna bring up, oh, well, he fought that dude that never fought in America, and, you know, he struggled with him. And, yes, that was on Keyshawn Davis. He could have made the fight easier. But, hey, you live and you learn, right? That was a learning lesson for him. So now he's stepping into this situation a little differently. Now I think him seeing that will help him approach fights differently. You know what I mean? Because that fight could have been easy. We're going to keep it 1,000. If he would have pressed the gas, he could have stopped that boy. If he would have seen what he was doing, like, okay, this what you, and which Frank knew that nigga. Man, I don't like talking like that. You know, I'm trying to change how I talk. Frank knew that dude, bro, was. Frank knew that dude. I get mad at myself when I, you know, downgrade. Frank Martin knew that dude wasn't on his level, right? The dude, now granted, the dude was a very fundamentally sound fighter as well, you know? Had a lot of skill, talent. He was a bronze medalist for his country. I'm talking about that opponent that Frank Martin fought, Artem with Harry Tunyon. But Frank could have stopped him. He could have made He could have made his work on him. But it's a lesson learned for him that he can't play with his food, right? That's just something that he got to learn, right? And he went through that. He had to go through that, right? So now, I mean, as a fighter, you're going to have those moments. Well, you rather have that in sparring than under them lights. You know what I mean? I've had times in sparring where I could have made the sparring more easier, you know? But, you know, I want to try different things, and I don't want to listen to my coach. You know, we just going to keep it a stack. We're going to keep it real. I don't listen to my coach. You know, I'm just, man, I want to try this. Let me fight like this. You know? And you end up making some mistakes, leaving yourself open. You know what I'm saying? And the rest is history. You know? And then you sitting there and you go home. I don't know if y'all had some sparring sessions where, like, you didn't do bad, but you like, damn, I could have did better. I saw I had this shot. I saw that shot. Man, I could have dogged that. Like, you see stuff like that. You like, damn, man, I could have really did them dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think about stuff like that. You like, man, and that's how Frank was thinking his last fight. So I think if Frank get the Keyshawn Davis fight next, I look at that as an 80-20 fight. I think Frank Martin will stop Keyshawn Davis easy. Punish him. That's what I believe. I 100% believe that. Because Keyshawn Davis got things he got to learn. He's very athletic. He relies on athleticism. He got to get his fundamentals up. He got to learn to work behind his punches. He got to learn to use his jab consistently. You know what I mean? He got to learn to set things up. It's just a lot of guys he get in the ring with right now, he's just better than them. Athletically, everything. He's just, you know, he getting in with a Frank Martin. It's a lot of stuff that he's not going to be able to do, you know, in that ring. He's going to really have to rely on his fundamentals to get him, you know, to victory. And I just don't, you know, right now, he don't have, his fundamentals is not up to par. You know what I mean? So, I think Frank Martin, you know, who's also ascending, he's fighting tougher and tougher competition. But Frank Martin is learning on the job. You know what I mean? And he got a teacher in his corner. You know? It's just different. You know? I think one side of me is like, look, I'm going to be real with you. One side of me, like, make this fight happen. F it. F all the promotion and all that. Let them fight right now. Right? But then there's another side of me like, okay, I would like for these dudes to fight when they build like a big platform for both of them. And then they fight. That will be, because then it's more at stake. The stage is bigger. It's more than just punching. You got to deal with the atmosphere, the moment, everything. Like, it's a lot you got to take in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand, and I keep telling y'all this. Y'all don't understand how hard it is to walk down that ramp to get in that ring. It's not easy, bro. Y'all think because you see Earl and Bud do it or Floyd do it, oh man, that look easy. It's not easy walking and getting in that ring. I keep telling y'all, you battle with yourself. You get nervous, bro. You get nervous or afraid, and you ain't afraid of your opponent. Your opponent is the moment. You just like, damn, like I'm really finna fight. You know, like for me, that's how it was for me. But once I got in that ring, I'm locked in. It took me to like get through the. It was like when I'm outside the ring, I'm like, shit. But once I stepped in that ring, it's like, I'm locked in. I'm focused. You see what I'm saying? It's not easy stepping in that ring. But I like what Frank Martin did, bro. Frank Martin, man, he old school that nigga. That nigga, dang, my bad, y'all. He did that old school. He pressed that boy. You know what I'm saying? He pressed Buddy. He let him know, like, hey man, you can get this smoke. You know what I mean? So we'll see how this goes. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.